If it's financially, save up and join because you will not regret it. I guarantee you, you will get tenfold in the amount of knowledge and value and peace of mind compared to what you would do if you were on your own, learning it through trial and error, which you can do. Nobody's forcing you, but it's going to take more time out of your life and more money losing in the stock market. Like I have personally lost over 6 grand in the stock.
Okay, everybody, I've got Ahmed here. Ahmed is somebody that I actually met when I was living over in LA. And then when he heard that we were having a crypto webinar, man, over a year ago, huh? I believe it was over a year.
You're in 3 months almost at this point. Like,
Yeah, holy cow. Ahmed decided that he wanted to hop on and learn a little bit of crypto from us. And then after that, Ahmed actually became our very first student inside of BCAP. Was huge for me, by the way, because then that really unlocked a lot of things in my mind so that I could see the full potential of our program. So I want to take a second to make sure that you know that I appreciate you for that. But I just had a few questions I want to dive through with you, man. Are you ready to get rolling?
I am, and I appreciate you reaching out to me because honestly, you were very, very convincing, and the value that you told me about this program, I couldn't say no. It took me a couple of days, but I couldn't say no.
Awesome, bro. So when you first came into the program, what was your experience like prior to that?
I would say I had zero crypto experience. I had very little stock, like maybe like I made a couple lucky trades and then I figured out how to trade foreign exchange and randomly I was able to make like 2 grand on XRP. But I was aware at that time that I got in lucky twice. And so once you kind of approached me and reached out to me and were saying that, hey, here's a way where you can actually educationally make highly educated guesses versus randomly getting lucky, almost like a degenerate gambler. And so, that kind of appealed to me. And I was like, okay, I clearly like getting lucky and making money, but there's a scientific, almost educational way to approach this when you're looking at crypto versus just, oh, I think this stock is going to go up.
Yeah, it's just diving into the fundamentals and having an understanding of what the problems being solved are and how those problems are being solved, like what the solutions are. And then that's really the baseline understanding necessary to really be able to take full advantage of this industry. So what are some of the things that you learned from our program that really helped you with that?
So one of the first things that I learned, and I will never forget this, is dollar cost averaging can save you in a time of turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because if you got excited and hypothetically you bought Bitcoin at 24K when that was one of the first peaks that it had a year and a half ago or something, people were very excited because, oh, I got it at a good price. But then it starts going down and then you're like, oh no, I'm losing 5 grand. I'm losing a couple grand. And it's like you can dollar cost average down and your losses don't come out to be that bad in the end, which you can actually do damage control on what your portfolio is doing by diversifying. Versus in the beginning, I just thought you should just focus primarily on just one asset. Like, oh, I just want to have only Bitcoin or only Ethereum in my portfolio. You guys introduced to me, oh, there's stable coins, there's altcoins. Here's what you can do in a rational way to help do damage control if the market's going down and your portfolio is losing, or if the market's going up and you just didn't get in at the right time. Like you see Bitcoin's going to 60,000 and you got in at 24 or 36. And you're like, man, like should have got in at 19. It's like, it's okay. It will come back down. Just be patient. It was pretty much teaching me patience is what you guys really like. Patience is a virtue of the wise. That's what I'm learning from you guys.
So one of the big things it sounds like is the ability to maneuver, right?
Yeah.
It's a very dynamic, fast-paced environment. So when something happens that you weren't expecting, do you sit there and do you freeze? Or do you have an action step of exactly what to implement because of what you've learned previously? And it sounds like we kind of gave you that GPS direction that you were looking for inside of this cryptocurrency markets. Okay, cool. So then
I did want to add on top of that.
Yeah.
You guys taught me that you can participate or like you can long, you can short, or you could just actually wait. And that was something that I just did not know you can do. Even though it's very obvious, I want to reiterate this to everyone watching this. You can just wait and be patient for a good opportunity, guys. Patience.
Yes.
Will save you time and money.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the biggest things, man. Everybody thinks that if they look to place a trade, they have to place a trade. Or if they look to buy, they have to buy. Sometimes it's just, this doesn't look like a good setup right now. I'm not going to do it.
Exactly.
Wait for a better time. We're not running out of time with this market, So yeah, that's a big one. I'm glad that you really drove that point home there. So as far as conviction is concerned, Ahmed, what are some of the things that you've learned that's giving you this new level of conviction that has you so excited about crypto, whereas before you were just kind of intrigued by it?
So I'm someone who would like to think of themselves as like a rational individual, right? So obviously if I'm doing degenerate plays like, oh, XRP is going to go up, but I don't know to how much, that I would personally call an ignorant move of me, right? So you guys were able to provide technical analysis, which I had never even heard of before you guys said, like, I would have not known what to even Google or what to search, where to start. So now that I know that there's technical analysis and fundamental analysis, I can actually analyze the market, use RSI, MCAD, Elliott wave theory, all these things, besides just going, oh, green means up and red means down. And I'll make a decision based on that. Like two variables when there's 10,000, I don't know how many variables there are. So that was something that just kind of showed me that I was kind of doing the right thing.
I gotcha. Cool. So understanding that there's more of like a psychology behind these candles and then understanding how to read that psychology. Cool. Okay. So what would you tell somebody that's sitting on the fence about joining BCAP?
If it's financially, save up and join because you will not regret it. I guarantee you, you will get tenfold in the amount of knowledge and value and peace of mind compared to what you would do if you were on your own, learning it through trial and error, which you can do. Nobody's forcing you, but it's going to take more time out of your life and more money losing in the stock market. Like I have personally lost over 6 grand in the stock market. But on the other end, I've come out of this with, I would say, maybe twice as much in the long run. Over the course of a year and a half, over a couple months, I've ended up saving me more money than I put by losing and trying to learn in the stock market on my own. So let me differentiate that. I've made more money learning in an educated way through crypto than degenerate gambling habits through getting lucky in the stock market. I wasn't making educated plays in the stock market. I was like, oh, Kanye is the head of Gap. For sure, Gap stock is going to go up because he's on a board or something. That's not educated at all. That's not research at all.
No. And I want to point out something right now is that Ahmed just said that, and we are at like a bottom point in the market, and he's still saying that he's made money. So I think that's a really important point to really drive home because Bitcoin currently is at $19,000
and dropping.
And dropping, yeah. So that makes me really stoked, man. I'm really happy to hear that. So Ahmed, you've decided that you do want to continue on with us, and you're not leaving the big crypto community. You're going to move into our
community. Here for life.
You
guys will be seeing me until I die or get annoyed with me. Either way, whichever comes first.
That's not going to happen. Wow,
I have mad love for all of you guys, and I do want to just say that just in case if we're running out of time.
We're not running out of time. What was your reasoning with wanting to continue on with us?
I mean, it's pretty simple, man. On your own, you aren't able to do what a mind of 3 experts, and then on top of that, I don't know, 500 members. So let's say 20 of them are semi-amateurs in their own niches, whether if it's DeFi staking, liquidity pools, NFTs, smart contracts, CPAs from here, this guy who's an expert in Elliott wave theory. It's just, why would I go try to do this on my own when you guys are even better than any institution in the world at this point? Like, I can guarantee you can't go to an institution right now and get the level of education and value and knowledge that's being given to us every day, every hour, every week. Like, I would pay you guys all over again if you asked. Like, it would be ignorant of me not to. Like,
I appreciate that, bro. That was really kind of you. Oh, those were strong words.
Of course. And I'm very passionate about this, which is why I say it with such conviction. You guys know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. And I know it took a while to get to this level, to get a testimonial, but here's the 110% conviction, right?
I love it, bro. Well, Ahmed, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you.
Anytime. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.